Hello, everyone. This is John Lobdell for you guys on YouTube. I'm going to read some poetry of my own and some other people's, and hope you enjoy it. Subscribe, as they all say on YouTube. I usually start with a little rubbing my hands and body mind centering. Brenda, you know this from Rima.
True.
I forget the new name for it though.
There's a couple of them that do this.
Yeah.
They've changed how they continue, though.
Yeah.
Clearing the mind. There's a little something else.
Oh, that's another one. Yeah. Right. I got my glasses.
Well, palming the eyes does it for me.
Yeah. That's the one I remember. All right, so I'm going to start with one I wrote this week. If I can find it. Okay, here goes. I'm tired of drawing conclusions. What do I know anyway? I want to feel my truth. One cannot feel inside the black walls of the mind. Give me the red warmth of the heart. In ancient times before science, they didn't know what the brain was good for. They thought we think in the heart and feel together. Science laughed at this idea. Oh, this makes more sense to me now. It's two or more in my name, not one know-it-all. Truth comes in focus in the full picture. Francis in the field with the birds. I want to feel truth. Looking at your picture, I don't want to know what happens after death. I want to feel you again in my heart now. Conclusions are the real death. Yeah. Not sure what I was saying in that poem, but let's see, what do I do now? I'm kind of tired of reading my poetry. Let's see. Here's one called Walking with Jesus. Often when I think of Jesus, I think of walking with him. And it's always in the middle of the journey, in dusty countryside, where people are working the land, where there are smells of sweat and animals and bread baking, a place where the beginning and end are only thoughts. We would feel the uneven earth under our thin sandals. Nothing would be special except the company of souls seeking the moment we know we are here. Maybe I would walk alongside him, and maybe for a long time not speak. When we did, it might be something simple, maybe about a lamb running after its mother, and we would see ourselves running toward the Father. Then we would just be walking again, knowing we could walk that way forever. Time would disappear. Jerusalem and destiny would be 1,000,000 miles ahead. It would just be me and my brothers and sisters walking one step after another.
Hmm.
Yeah, here's another one. This is called Ducks and Turtles. After many days of rain, I walked to Jewel Lake. As I expected, it's bursting over the dam. I walk to the far side. There is a bench there. The inscription says, donated by so-and-so, so the elderly might have a place to rest. Being old, I sit down. Everything is gray today. The sky, the trees, even the water. Nothing is obviously alive. I want to be present here, but I keep thinking it would be nice if there were some ducks and turtles. My mind is restless. It's thinking of a lecture it heard. A theoretical physicist was discussing all the strange things they find after blasting apart the atom. Quarks, muons, mesons. He was really quite into it. Quite an alive mind. He ends by saying we all live in a quantum field. This appeals to my poet's mind. But right now in this field, I don't feel so alive. In this experiment, nothing is happening. Maybe, like Heisenberg said, I'm affecting this situation. I know it's my being that needs to be in this experiment. Then I might find myself really here in this field. It's a nice thought. Still, I think I should get up and start walking. This helps, but I can't stop thinking. It would help if there were some ducks and turtles here. Let's see, what else have I got? Anything worth reading? Sand fleas. A great many sea kelp and sea palms have washed up on the beach. As I approach each shiny green mass, a cloud of sand fleas scatter. Thoughts have been bouncing around in my head like these fleas. I struggle through soft sand, thinking life should be simpler here. Finally, tired, I plop down, scoosh my butt into the conforming sand. I begin observing two seabirds riding the waves. The small, smooth swells they ride over easily. If a wave is about to crash into white fury, they dive into the wave and come out the other side. Watching them do this over and over, my mind quiets down. Then it seems they've miscalculated. They're about to be caught in the white froth. At the last moment, they fly far out beyond the waves. I stand up and watch them disappear to the horizon. Walking back, I come upon a particularly large mass of twisted sea kelp. The fleas naturally arise in a cloud. For a moment, I'm swimming in the white water of thoughts. I take a breath, wait for the fleas to settle back. I walk on. As my feet leave mark after mark in the wet sand, I feel free, feel as if I am flying. All right, that's enough of mine. Let's read Glenda's. Let's see. All right, this is by Glenda Reed. She says she wrote this at midnight. Oblivion's rain. The rain begins inside my soul. In the sky it cries in sympathy. The gentle, steady drum of its tears lulls me deeper to insanity. I feel the pull of forgotten pain, lonely aching I thought left behind, greeting me softly with fingers of ice. Ooh, that's a nice line. Whispering vicious melodies again. And I succumb more quickly now. The battered walls resign to siege. The rain caresses a ravaged heart, where before no door would open in, and now no walls to protect my soul. Now no sound save the whisper of rain, Somber sorrow possesses me, well, keeps me safe from morning light, comforts me here in the dark of my heart, makes me a tune for the rain to sing, wrapped in the arms of a sad, sad pain. I close my eyes and relax into sleep, knowing that I shall never wake from this sweet, soft song of oblivion's rain. Powerful, Linda.
Thank you.
It's really good lines in there. Okay. Oh, great. Let's see. What else have I got? Here's one by Frank O'Hara, a New York poet. A true account of talking to the sun at Fire Island. The sun woke me this morning loud and clear, saying, "Hey, I've been trying to wake you up for 15 minutes. Don't be so rude. You are only the second poet I've ever chosen to speak to personally. So why aren't you more attentive? If I could burn you through the window, I would, to wake you up. I can't hang around here all day. Sorry, son. I stayed up late last night talking to Hal. When I woke up, Mayakovsky, he was a lot more prompt. No, you're okay. When I woke up Mayakovsky, he was a lot more prompt, the sun said, petulantly. Most people are up and already waiting to see if I'm going to put in an appearance. I tried to apologize. I missed you yesterday. That's better, he said. I didn't know you'd come out. You may be wondering why I've come so close. Yes, I said, beginning to feel hot, wondering if maybe he wasn't burning me anyway. Sky, stars, as I do, freely and with the appropriate sense of space. That is your inclination, known in the heavens, and you should follow it to hell, if necessary, which I doubt. Maybe we'll speak again in Africa, of which I too am specially fond. Go back to sleep now, Frank, and I may leave a tiny poem in that brain of yours as my farewell. Son, don't go. I was awake at last. No, go I must. They're calling me. Who are they? Rising, he said, someday you'll know. They're calling to you too. Darkly he rose, and then I slept. Let's get a little New York poetry humor. Not too many poets are very funny. Here's one by Gary Snyder. I see mountains constantly walking for Seamus Heaney. Work took me to Ireland, a 12-hour flight. The River Liffey, ale in a bar. So many stories of passions and wars. A hilltop stone tomb with the wind across the door. Peat swamps go by, people of the Ice Age. Endless fields and farms, the last 2,000 years. I read my poems in Galway, just the chirp of a bug, and flew home thinking of literature and time. The rows of books in the long hall at Trinity, the ranks of stony ranges above the ice of Greenland. Maybe he was seeing Greenland on the flight home. Right? Let's see. Here's a little one I like. By Juan Ramon Jimenez. I am not I am this one walking beside me, whom I do not see, whom at times I've managed to visit, and at other times I forget. The one who remains silent when I talk, the one who forgives sweet when I hate, the one who takes a walk when I am indoors, the one who will remain standing when I die. And here's one of my favorite poems, Antonio Machado. Last night, as I was sleeping, I dreamt marvelous error that a spring was breaking out in my heart. I said, along which secret aqueduct, O water, are you coming to me, water of a new life that I have never drunk? Last night, as I was sleeping, I dreamt marvelous error that I had a beehive here inside my heart, and the golden bees were making white combs and sweet honey from my old failures. Last night, as I was sleeping, I dreamt marvelous error that a fiery sun was giving light inside my heart. It was fiery because I felt warmth as from a hearth, and sun because it gave light and brought tears to my eyes. Last night, as I slept, I dreamt marvelous error that it was God I had here inside my heart.
Well, what was that line about? What the bees did?
The bees. Last night, as I was sleeping, I dreamt marvelous error that I had a beehive here inside my heart, and the golden bees were making white combs and sweet honey from my old failures.
That's a heavy line.
Yeah.
Whose poem is that?
Antonio Machado,
Oh, the one from New York.
Spanish poet.
Ah, yeah, good word.
Yeah, kind of early 1900s kind of lived through that awful war there. Yeah, I love him. He's beautiful. Let's see. I got a few little Zen poems I can throw. How nice, all scattered, nothing left at all. Cherry trees. I know well enough of these cherry blossoms will return to dust, but I find it hard to leave the trees in full bloom. What peace it is, going to the shrine with nothing to pray for. Had better not kill lice and mosquitoes, squash yourself. The sea of Dharma, however deep it may be, I'll dip and dip it up until it's dry. A wild rose, sometimes flowers, sometimes turning to needles. But does it have any double intention? Flowers will open again next spring, but my dead child will never come again. Ooh. Transient as a flower, but not so pretty, the human mind. March, the flower time, even little birds dance, calling, hey butterflies, hey flowers. In full blooming March, each with a bottle, each with Casyapa smile, cherry flower viewing wine. Farming, people come home bowing to the evening sun. In my bowl there is enough rice for tomorrow. How cool the summer evening. He and she news spreads fast. Their story began in the rain under an umbrella. Plausible lies, 800 are never superior to honesty. Flowers in full bloom, at their best for only 3 days.
Hmm.
All right. Getting there. Maybe I'll read some Marys. Since I'm reading some of my favorite poems, I'll read one of my favorite Marys. 7 white butterflies. 7 white butterflies, delicate in a hurry. Look how they bang the pages of their wings as they fly to the fields of mustard yellow and orange and plain gold. All eternity is in the moment. This is what Blake said. Whitman said such wisdom in the agitated motions of the mind's 7 dancers floating. Even as worms toward paradise, see how they banter and rise and riot and rise, to the trees flutter, lob their white bodies into the invisible wind, weightless, lacy, willing to deliver themselves unto the universe. Now each settles down on a yellow thumb, on a brassy stem. Now all 7 are rapidly sipping from the golden towers. Who would have thought it could be so easy? Maybe one more. Gratitude. I was walking the field in the fatness of spring. The field was flooded with water, water stained black, black from the tissues of leaves, oak mostly, but also beech, also blueberry, bay. Then the big hawk rose. In her eyes I could see how thoroughly she hated me. And there was her nest, like a round raft, with 3 white eggs in it, just above the black water. She floats away, climbs the invisible air on her masculine wings, then glides back, agitated, responsible, climbs again angry, does not look at me. Halfway to my knees in the black water, I look up. I cannot stop looking up. How much time has passed? I can hardly see her now, swinging in that blue blaze. There are days when I rise from my desk desolate. There are days when the field water and the slender grasses and the wild hawks have it all over us, all over the rest of us. Whether or not they make clear sense, ride the beautiful long spine of grammar, whether or not they rhyme.
Hmm.
Well, let's see.
What, Mary?
That was Mary Oliver. Yeah.
Which collection is that from?
West Wind.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Let's see. And maybe a last one here about dogs. Over the wild field, the dark deer went running, 5 dogs screaming at his flanks, at his heels. My own 2 darlings among them, lunging and buckling with desire as they leapt for the throat, as they tried again to bring him down at the lake. The deer plunged. I could hear the green wind of his breath tearing, but the long legs never stopped till he clambered up the far shore. The dogs moaned and screeched. They flung themselves on the grass, panting and steaming. It took hours, but finally, in the half-drowned light, in the silence of the summer evening, they woke from fitful naps. They stepped into their old good natures toward us. Look, look into their eyes, bright as planets under the long lashes. Here is such happiness when you speak their names. Here is such unforced love. Here is such shyness, such courage. Here is the shining rudimentary soul. Here is hope retching, the world as it is. Here in the black and red, the bottomless pool. Okay, well, it says I'm running out of time, so maybe I'll let that be it for today.
Thank you, John.
Yeah,
Thanks, John.
thank you, Glenda. Thank you, Brenda. That was fun. And I'll hopefully see you all next week.
All right, we'll see.
Okay,
Have a
Brenda.
great week.
Have a
All
great
right.
week.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, guys.